it was a hangout for the Navy pilots.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And they had live music.
Oh,
And they had cook your own steaks and baked potatoes. So it was, a lot of that.
Delicious.
Well, yeah, for then.
How did you find this place? Who taught you about this place? Who showed you?
My sister and brother-in-law.
Your sister and brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are they with you there today? Do you see them around?
I see my brother-in-law playing darts.
Okay. So you're there and you see your brother-in-law. Who else is with you?
Eileen.
Eileen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is she doing?
She's dancing.
She's dancing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's she dancing with?
She doesn't care.
She doesn't care. She's just dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so what are you doing there?
I'm sitting at the table.
You're sitting at the table. Okay. Are you chatting with anyone or are you just observing?
I'm observing.
And what is it that you observe?
I observe that my brother-in-law drinks too much and he's very good at darts. He played them at home in his house.
Mm-hmm.
So he can beat a lot of people.
Okay.
And that's important to him.
Mm-hmm.
And Eileen is just having a wonderful time.
Okay.
And I'm not, because I'm thinking, I guess I'm going to drive home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being the usual parent.
So you've been pushed into the role of, or rather you've put yourself
chose
in
it
the
myself,
role.
yeah. Somebody has to.
Okay. So you've put yourself in the role of designated driver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, it just cost me. Eileen had full joy almost all the time. She told stories. She was just a comedian, but she really was pretty fully self-expressed and happy a lot.
Is that similar to your sister?
No, because at that time, neither my sister nor I have Eileen's full expression of joy, ever. Something that my family used to say a lot, be appropriate, do the appropriate thing. So the word appropriate was a lock. Eileen didn't have that. She did what she wanted to do.
So in that moment, you're behaving how you feel you should be behaving.
Yeah. Okay. My sister did that too.
How would you like to be?
Like Eileen.
You'd like to be just enjoying yourself without all the worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought she was irresponsible.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But life worked for her.
Of course it did.
Yeah, it was just miracles all the time.
Life supports you in every way.
Yeah, she really just didn't have any problems. They didn't show up.
Mm-hmm. So can we move to a time where you were in your full joy?
I think it was before I was 6 years old.
Okay, let's go to that time.
Mm-hmm.
So be there now. You're very young, and you're in your full joy.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Digging a hole by the side of the house to make a swimming pool.
Is it going to be a big swimming pool?
Probably too big for when my dad comes home.
I see. So you're just in your bliss digging this big hole, and you're picturing yourself having this big swimming pool for yourself. Wonderful.
I think I have toys around that I'm going to have use the pool.
Okay. So the pool is not going to be for you, it's going to be for your toys. Okay. So your job is to just dig this hole. Wonderful. So what happens when you dig this hole?
Then I fill it with water.
And you filled it with water. Okay. And then what?
Well, the water doesn't stay very well.
Yeah.
But the hose is there, yeah. So I just keep...
Just keep filling? Okay. Do the toys like it? Yeah? So you're having a wonderful time. That's great.
I'm by myself.
Just enjoy that moment. You're in your full bliss. Where is Eileen?
Eileen died when she was 36.
How come?
My mom said she was done here on Earth.
She was done here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, she was just amazing. She majored in social work, but then her parents had a second home in Naples, Florida, so she went down there after graduating and wrote funny letters like, there's no need for a social worker in Naples, Florida. And she was a golfer, and a very competitive golfer, so she played golf and met this man who owned these resorts. And through working with him, he just wanted her to own first one place in a hotel, and she ended up, I don't know, I think we visited her when she was 30, and she owned 5 boutiques.
Mm.
Yeah, but she played golf most of the time with him.
Mm-hmm.
And,
was she happy?
yeah, always.
Always happy.
Yeah.
Are we able to connect with Eileen today?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Are we able to do that now, or should we do that a little bit later?
Let's do it now.
Okay, let's see if we can connect with Eileen. Let's connect to Eileen, and let's bring her forward, and let's have a chat with Eileen.
Okay.
Eileen?
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi.
Are we able to ask you some questions today?
Mm-hmm.
What was the secret to your happiness?
I didn't let anything settle with me. Circumstances didn't affect me.
Mm-hmm. So you went after your own bliss.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had a happy life.
Yes.
Yeah. What made you decide that you were done?
Well, I guess I was done entertaining people and
Mm-hmm.
walking in miracles. I was settled around my family, and things didn't go well with my family.
How so?
For me before. Well, I had 8 siblings, and I was the middle, and my father didn't like me. I mean, he just made it clear that he didn't like me.
Why not?
He was an alcoholic, but a wealthy alcoholic, a country club alcoholic. But he was funny and fun, and but when he would drink, he would say why he didn't like me. He thought that I wasn't very attractive, and I never went to a prom or any kind of important school engagement because I would plan for it, and as it came near, I'd do something wrong, and he'd pull it. He only did that with me. So I'm back around him now, but I'm not around him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's watching me,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like he still doesn't get me.
Why did you choose him as your dad?
In order to go immediately to create my own happiness, and to be a person that was with other people who loved me, because that's what I did.
So you essentially chose parents that would almost be supportive of you leaving the nest very quickly.
They were.
I see. Okay. So even now, from where you stand, did you go into the light? Okay. Did you get to meet him again?
Oh, yeah, I probably did.
Yeah. So he's not around you now.
No.
Okay. And how?
He really wasn't around me even in Florida, even though, he was doing his thing. It would look similar. He was playing golf, I was playing golf, but we weren't.
Yeah.
We weren't in the same.
Do you have
anything.
forgiveness for him?
Yeah, I even did a long time ago.
Does he have forgiveness for you?
No.
No. Are we able to connect with him today?
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell me when he's through.
He's sitting there, but...
He doesn't want to?
He doesn't.
That's okay.
He just... I feel like he never cared about women. Women were to serve him. It might be cultural, but he liked groups of men. That's his circle, groups of men.
I see. Okay.
He liked his boys, his sons.
Can we get at least a little bit of understanding from connect with him?
Mm-hmm.
Just telepathically connect with that spirit, that soul, and just see if you can find any answers to what maybe drove that in him. You know, instinctively.
He was born in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the devastation in Ireland. I think he had a real, very, very painful youth.
Mm-hmm. So it kind of disconnected him.
Yeah.
He disconnected himself from people.
Yeah.
In a way.
He absolutely did. There was a conflict of being Catholic and having 9 kids and not really wanting to have 9 kids.
So he was conflicted.
It was
he wasn't following his joy.
It was not. Well, he escaped, and alcohol helped him escape. And it was very acceptable at a country club to drink a lot.
Is that part of the reason why he never quite clicked with you? He saw that you followed your bliss and he was maybe disappointed that he didn't?
For sure, what I was doing shouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Eileen's life shouldn't have worked.
Oh, but it did, so it frustrated him.
It totally did, more than any of my kids.
Okay.
How could that happen?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So who are we speaking with right now? Are we speaking with Sid?
He's saying how in the hell did Eileen turn out like that? How does she own 5 businesses and all my other kids don't? They work for me, or nobody else has done anything on their own. They're divorced, they're miserable. Eileen's the only one. And man, how could that happen? It's not a son, it's the one that would never make it. Never be happy.
So he thought that his children, if they followed in whatever the guidance he provided, they would be successful. And the one child that disobeyed actually found the success that he wished for all his children.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I suppose in a polite environment where we were raised, her decisions and actions and words were just a screw you to her dad all the time.
So she was inappropriate.
Well, I think maybe it was an appropriate reaction to someone who just... she had a choice of buying into what he's telling her as a fact, which she didn't do. Mm-hmm. Or having life work for her. She was a good student, and everyone enjoyed her, but he didn't have to watch that. Mm-hmm. But in Florida, he watched it.
Okay. So can we speak to Eileen again?
Mm-hmm.
Eileen, is your dad part of the reason why you decided to go home early?
Yes.
Because you were kind of done with your mission, which was to...
Yeah.
You were kind of there to teach him a little bit, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay. So, was she supposed to follow her bliss a little bit more?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She was just too serious. And living together and many, many years, she changed. She opened up, and she didn't change all the way, but...
So you were the starting point for her to start following her own bliss, and you were sort of a role model.
Yes.
Okay.
I just was me.
A lot of people admired you, didn't they?
Yeah.
For being so carefree.
Yeah.
Okay. Gorgeous. Well, thank you, Eileen, for coming through today.
Mm-hmm.
We'll speak to you another time if that's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So you've surrounded yourself with people that are following their bliss.
Yeah, actually.
Okay. So you were always headed towards the path where you would start following your own bliss, didn't you? That's quite beautiful.
I didn't know that before.
So you're always headed this way. I may ask a strange question, but if you, from a subconscious point of view, if you do a little scan, is there a moment where she was knocked off course from following her own bliss?
Many times.
Many times. Okay. Let's explore one interesting lifetime where she was knocked off course from her bliss, which would then require her to relearn it all again. Why don't we move ahead again to another time and place where there's some answers for us? And just allow that scene to close. And just shift to another time and place where there's some answers for us. And when you're ready, be there and tell me what you see. What's happening?
I'm in my sister's house,
Mm-hmm.
looking around.
What are you noticing?
All my mother's stuff and all the things I've given her.
Mm.
It's beautiful. She's arranged everything well, and it makes me feel like I'm good to her, because most of the house either is something I gave or something Mom gave.
Mm-hmm.
I gave things to her because I had too much and I felt like she wasn't able to provide some of it for herself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that that was my bliss. I think that's me being, again, the parent. She would tell me how she liked certain things, and then I'd think about when I had too much, I would give it to her.
Mm-hmm.
I knew she would appreciate it, and like I was the sister that had more income and more ability to do that.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that again today because I see her differently.
How so?
I don't think she needs me to give her anything.
Like it wasn't up to you to save her?
That's right.
Okay. Did she appreciate it at the time? Or was it taken
It
for
seemed
granted?
like it.
Yeah.
But I think I always did that. I think that was our pattern, was when she pretended to be helpless, I would be there to make sure her life worked, and I look at it differently now. I don't see her as helpless at all.
So you were judging.
Mm-hmm.
Did she take it for granted or not appreciate it? Like, did she kind of maybe not want you to help so much?
No, that was never there.
That was not. Okay.
No, I think she always, sometimes actually now I look around and I think I would take a couple of the things back. But then I really wouldn't. But she did just fine.
She did just fine. Are we able to connect with her subconscious today? Let's connect with her and see what she thinks.
Yeah, she's with us.
So Lou, are we able to ask you questions today?
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, I'm very happy. Has shifted her journey to more important things like this.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. Looking back, how do you feel about all the help she's given you?
Well, the universe just gives me things and I accept them.
Oh, okay. So you just kind of always knew someone would be there to help you if you needed
I did. I've always lived my life like that.
Okay. All right. That's brave in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what guidance would you give?
Well, it's been what I've said to her quite along the way. I lead with my heart, and you lead with your mind. And my life has worked really beautifully, just leading with my heart.
That's a good message for all of us, isn't it? So you followed your bliss.
Mm-hmm.
That's really gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Pretty wise person over there. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming through today. Would you like to go explore another time and place? Where's your joy taking you?
My joy takes me to my grandson. He's in school,
He's
playing with his buddies.
Let's connect with him again.
Yes, he's there.
What's his purpose on this planet?
To express himself.
He's going to provide a lot of guidance, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he an old soul?
Yes.
Yeah. Where's his home?
You mean in the universe?
Mm-hmm.
Where's his home?
What comes to mind? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it like a planet.
Okay. What does that planet look like? Does a name come to mind?
Yeah, it looks like Jupiter.
Jupiter.
It sounds funny to me, but it looks right.
Yeah. How are their souls connected?
They're directly connected.
They're directly connected.
Mm-hmm.
So how are their souls, where did the souls come from, that connection? Or are they the same soul essence? It's okay if you don't say
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
There's just a straight line between us.
There's a straight line. Okay, so your souls are just directly connected.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably can communicate quite easily together without being in the same spot, huh?
Mm-hmm, I think
That's
so.
quite beautiful.
Yes, I feel close to him sometimes, and I talk to him.
So he's with you at all times, isn't he?
I think he's with me a lot.
Beautiful. What energy is him bringing from Jupiter?
Joy and curiosity and love.
Okay. Is he helping in the ascension of the earth?
Yes.
Is he a volunteer to help the earth?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to help with the ascension of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's already happening, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Can you tell me anything about that?
His uniqueness is allowed or demanded, and it'll continue that way.
Okay. All right. So people just respond to him well.
He will maintain his uniqueness with others.
Okay. We're definitely lucky to have him.
Mm-hmm.
Intuitively, I want you to see if your guides are in the room with you. Do you feel their energy in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Are we able to speak to one of them?
Yes.
Yeah? So which guide will be speaking with us today? Do you have a name for the guide?
No, but they're over there.
They're over there. Okay. If they are willing to speak to us, I'd love to ask some questions on your behalf, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she says that since our last session, she's been feeling a lot stronger and just feeling good overall. What can you tell her about that?
Everything you're doing is going to bring your strength and health back.
Oh, okay. So she's following her path, and so you're allowing that to...
She makes it easier for me to contact her.
Because she's open?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she listens.
Mm-hmm.
Has she always listened?
No.
No. We all needed to learn if we weren't so stubborn. Well, thank you for your patience. How's her kidney doing? Is it doing better?
I think it's doing better.
Yeah? Okay.
Mm.
How better can we serve? Are these essential oils helping, or just overall she's just showing herself some love and kindness? How can we, what else can we do?
Well, I think everything is helping. She uses her essential oils. She is using crystals. She's using her meditations. She's using you. She's using rest and eating right, and
So like a loving combination.
quite a bit.
Beautiful.
It's
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
A lot more focus on herself than she's perhaps ever had.
Is that like you give yourself some love and then you're able to spread the love?
Yeah.
Because you have more to give. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now she was telling me earlier about the self-sabotage. Like she does really well and then she feels like she can reward herself with almost something that's negative.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us about that?
Well, that helps her not be magnificent.
Helps her not be magnificent. That's very powerful. So would you say that that's kind of typical too, that we're just so afraid of our own power? Okay.
And it's in our hands to cancel it out.
Our power?
At whatever level we want to cancel.
Because of free will? Okay. Is that kind of follows in her pattern, huh, in this lifetime?
Yep.
Where she doesn't follow her bliss, so she kind of keeps herself from being all powerful in a way. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay. So the more she can come to terms with her power, the more she will be likely to want to self-sabotage. Is that right?
Well, if I'm stuck in the pattern, because that's been the pattern.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, you being there for her has really made a difference.
Okay. Like a little support system.
Well, I'm not sure she would have gotten this far or even ever gotten this far without your support.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, it really is. Beyond a gift.
So it's
everything
like
timed so perfectly, all
Yes.
fell in.
That's true. I'm glad we're all listening finally. There's sort of an urgency in the earth today right now, isn't there? Like we can feel that there's something big coming. Okay. Can you tell us anything about that?
Well, the more people that wake up, the better it's going to be. We're working really hard, but we need all the help we can get for people to tune in and listen and follow.
Okay. But abundance, how can she generate her own abundance?
Well, she has it all around her, and she's waking up to that.
Okay. She has it all around her and she's waking up to it. And part of that abundance has to do with this whole purge thing, huh? Purging is in itself indicating that you're aware of your abundance, isn't it? Because now you don't have to hoard things.
Right.
Ah, I think that kind of dropped for me now.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful lesson.
Like hands open to receive everywhere and everything. And it makes me understand the life of Buddha and Christ. It makes me understand just the transition where Buddha walked out of his family dwelling and found a beggar and exchanged clothes with him. I understand that at a different level.
It's that faith that the universe has your back.
Yeah. And that you're not downtrodden, laden.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel that.
That just clicked. So purging is in itself attracting abundance.
Yes.
Wow. That's a huge tool right now. That's a huge lesson.
Yeah.
Okay. So
because the universe will supply everything.
Yeah.
And
in unexpected ways.
When I have my fist tightly around something I won't let go of, then how can the universe really supply everything? I'm lying to myself that I'm the supplier.
Oh.
And that's just fear. That's not trusting the universe.
Yeah.
My mother used to say, there's a money consciousness.
There is a money consciousness.
Stick with that. Stick with the money consciousness.
And so when we're faced with someone who's very, very afraid and is obviously trying to control things around them, not only, do we need to be aware that that's our judgment of them, but what is, when someone asks you for advice on that, what do you recommend about that? Just, allow, but if someone's asking, what do you say to them?
Well, I haven't really shown up in the universe like a person with this kind of wisdom.
Okay.
So it would be a new role, I think, for people to ask me. But I think it's going to happen because I'm changing the way I appear to others rather rapidly.
Very rapidly.
Yeah.
Change happens in an instant, doesn't it?
Yes. So effortlessness shows up in a lighter, actually in light kind of.
Yeah.
The other's experience of lightness.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I've had a lot of change in my life, maybe always.
Yeah.
And people who are sedimentary look at someone who, wears a ponytail and then cuts their hair and then cuts their hair again the next week, and like that, like.
Yeah.
And they go, whoa. So people are more sedimentary than that. Their world is smaller, their choices are narrower, and they're happy in that. But when you're popcorn, it's different. It's unique for some people.
But you also have more of those people around, no? Or the people who are ready to learn from that are going to be around you. Law of attraction works in that instance, doesn't it? So in that respect, if someone's asking you about how you generate your abundance, they're either in a place where they're going to understand it, or they're in a place where they're absolutely lost in it, so they're not going to understand it.
That's perfect for you to bring up, because my mother spoke and never considered what the other person would do with it. And I watched her do it. It is, like the law of abundance or the law of attraction, those are things she talked about with people who, I don't know, they may or may not know what it was. She didn't, she just, and people really liked to be around her. But she freely, at least as an older person, I don't know about around business, but around social people, she just told them what she thought.
Yeah,
what was true.
Truth was. Okay.
About the universe and about abundance and all the stuff. Wonderful. She was always reading and studying all that, selecting books that gave her more information about it, I guess, that made her feel more empowered.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many guides are there?
Well, I see one over here and one over here.
So 2 are with us today. Do you have any messages?
This one is very happy.
Good. He just charged my crystals, didn't he? Yeah. And the other one?
Just observing.
Just observing. Okay. Well, thank you for being with us. Thank you for answering our questions. May I speak with subconscious, please? Thank you so much. I know you have records of everything, so I respect the power that you have, and I also know that you have a lot of information. So you could have brought forth many different lifetimes or scenes to look at today. Why did you choose for this pattern, for her to look at this pattern today of following her bliss?
When you prompted something, then I went to a situation. It was like automatic.
Okay. So you kind of know we're going to do this a few times, so there's no urgency to show her dramatic things, just little at a time. Okay. Chip away and heal small things at a time. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I think it's the best thing she's done.
Yeah? Okay. So you're happy she's following in this path? Okay.
Yes.
Well, can you tell me about her kidney health? How does her body feel? If you do a little scan, how's her body doing?
It's actually doing better.
It's doing better? Okay. Wonderful. How's her eye?
I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could see it, but it's not worse.
It's not worse?
No.
Okay. Is there anything hovering above it, or did we clear that entity away?
Something's hovering above it.
Something's hovering there. Are we able to speak to that again today? Okay. Just before we speak to it, do you know why it's always attaching to that eye? Were there a few of them there?
This eye is so clear of anything, and this eye has something over it.
Okay. Well, let's bring down that energy. Let's bring it down, bring it towards the mouth, and allow it to speak. Now I'm asking to speak to that entity or that energy that's hovering above that eye. Are we able to speak with the energy today?
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi.
So are you a female or a male energy?
Ma'am.
You're a male energy. And what's your name?
Mike.
Your name's Mike. Okay. Mike, how long have you been there?
Over a year.
Over a year. Okay. How old are you, Mike?
19.
You're 19. Why are you hovering there?
She was available.
She was available. Okay. Did she know you when you were alive?
No.
No? Okay. So, did you have a body?
Yes.
Yeah. What happened? Do you remember?
Well, I see a motorcycle.
Motorcycle. So there was an incident with a motorcycle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do you know when? How long have you been without a body?
You know what this might be? This might be related to my auto accident.
Maybe.
I didn't know those people.
Okay.
I don't know their names. I don't know anything about them. But that might be related to that.
Were you in that auto accident, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
You were in that same auto accident?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you lose your life in that auto accident?
No, I didn't lose my life in that one.
Okay, so it was a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She knows the accident was my fault.
Oh, okay.
And she got very injured. And I was not kind to her at all.
Oh, so you're back. Are you back to protect her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you been causing her anything besides this haze in her eye?
Yes, I've been around her for some time.
Okay. Okay. But you see, if you're here to protect her, but you're causing her problems with her eye, then you're not really helping her.
Mm-mm.
What would you like to say to Mike?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's actually been okay for quite a while.
Okay.
I really grew and changed in ways I needed to change after that accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it ended up to be a blessing.
So it's okay now.
Yeah.
All right. Mike, did you hear that?
Yes.
So she's not blaming you. She's forgiving you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to maybe apologize to her for causing her this eye pain?
Yeah.
Does that
I'm
sound
sorry.
good? We're supposed to go into the light.
Okay.
Why didn't you go into the light?
I wasn't complete here.
You weren't complete. Do you feel complete now?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you want my assistance in going into the light?
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to find that little spark within you. Every single person and every single thing has a spark. It's a spark from our Creator. I want you to find that little spark, and I want you to start growing it bigger and bigger and bigger until it completely surrounds you. Do you see that spark?
Mm-hmm.
So grow that all the way around you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what I want you to do is, before you go, I want you to just have a look around and just take all the little bits and pieces of yourself that you might have tangled yourself into. And pick up all those pieces and just take them with you. And then I want you to look around this room and see if there's anyone in the vicinity who's kind of waiting to take your place. Is there anyone around?
No, I don't see anyone.
No? Okay. And when you're ready, I want you to just go into that light. We send you with love, and we wish you a lot of peace. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
All right. So may I speak with subconscious again?
Yes.
How does that look? Does that eye look better?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Is there anywhere else in the body where you see something that maybe needs healing, or there's some shadows around?
I don't.
You don't? Okay. Well, when someone leaves that spot that big, we probably need to fill it with something. What should we fill it with? That gap that Mike has left behind. What should we fill it with?
Energy and white light.
Let's fill that with a ton of energy and white light. Just visualize that eye just being absolutely filled to the brim with energy and white light. Anything else you'd like to fill it with? Should we fill it with some love?
Clarity.
And clarity, that's a beautiful one. So let's fill it with lots and lots of clarity. How does that look now? Does that eye look much happier?
It does. It looks
Okay,
a
wonderful.
lot like the other one.
Anything that I could have asked that I didn't?
Go safely.
Go safely. Beautiful. Do you have any messages for me today?
Grow and expand and be with as many as possible.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And thank you to my guide. Are we complete for today?
Mm-hmm.